Yep. Independence with a vibe. First time going live.
For real. So we about to get into it, man. We're gonna figure this out. And how y'all doing today? Well, we gotta wait for some people to get in, I believe.
We got our very first guest, first interview.
uh,
Here.
hey, can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
So how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. Doing good. So, where are you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
Cool.
How's the weather in Chicago right now?
It's hot out here.
Alright.
Yeah, it's been cool the last couple of days, but today's been hot.
I always hear about Chicago weather when it's cold. I ain't really heard too much about the heat.
Yeah, yeah. Well, summer's upon us, so it's about to get hot.
Yeah, it's hot here too. Scorch
For I think right now.
night.
Yeah. I try to stay inside. I don't like being in the heat too much.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I was born in the summer, but I don't like the summertime. I'm more of a wintertime person.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna ask you questions, about yourself and uh,
Okay. The audio is going in and out, so it's hard for me to hear you.
so we're gonna ask you a few questions about yourself. Get to know you a little bit
Okay.
better.
Mhm.
Yeah, so, what challenges do you face having a disability?
Um, I mean, just day to day challenges. I'm pretty independent, so you know, as far as like going out and stuff, I have to have somebody with me because I don't drive yet. So that's one thing so far. But I'm pretty independent when it comes to taking care of myself and things like that.
That's
Okay.
cool. That's cool. I don't enjoy it either. And sometimes it bothers me, but I try not to let it bother me too much.
Yeah, one day I will.
Yeah. Do they have a
Okay.
lot of public transportation options where you are?
Uh, well, we do have Pace, but I don't use them anymore because they're not a good company.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you know, one of the excellent. Hey, you said they call Pace. It's like a bus or something like that.
No, it's like a van service
Uh huh.
for like elderly, disabled people. And they'll pick you up, take you wherever you gotta go.
Hmm. Because I know here I've seen like buses and stuff. I hadn't seen any vans where we are. I might do some more searching on that.
So, how was it growing up for you, like in your childhood, as far as like going to school and interacting with other kids that were maybe able-bodied kids?
Well, going to school, I went to a school for, people with disabilities, but they also had like a regular ed. So I was in special ed. So, but we still would interact with, the regular ed as we got older, but we was pretty separate, most of the time. But we did have like joint classes and things like that.
Okay.
Um. So like, did you always want to be like a YouTuber and stuff, or is just something that came to you a little bit later?
No. I've been watching YouTube for years, and it's just something that dawned on me one day when I was going through a really tough time in my life. So it's something at that time that was positive for me to do, and so I just went for it.
Okay, that's what's up.
How long have you been on YouTube?
Since 2016.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a couple years now.
I think that's where I first saw you at was on YouTube.
Okay.
So besides the obvious like YouTube goals on your numbers and stuff like that, do you have other goals as far as business?
So you went in and out. What you say?
As far as like I know you got goals with the YouTube channel, of course, but do you have any
Mhm.
business goals and things like that?
I still didn't get it. Can you say it one more time?
Do you besides YouTube, do you have any other business goals?
As far as like school and stuff, well, I wasn't in college. I do have my associate's degree, so I want to continue with going to school.
Okay. What you have your degree?
Science.
Okay.
Oh,
I want to become a veterinarian.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
Do you have any animals?
No, not currently.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I take my hats off to people that want to do any kind of surgeries, whether it's on humans or animals. I take my hat off to y'all. I don't want no part of that life.
So, are you the only person in your family with a disability?
Yes.
Okay. How was that as far as like growing up?
Um. Well, I'm the last of five, so I'm the baby, so I had a lot of attention and help. My family is very supportive with me having a disability, so it was pretty cool growing up.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Are you into sports?
Do I play any
Are
sports?
you into sports?
Yes, I'm a big basketball fan. So
Who's your favorite team?
the Chicago Bulls.
I kind of figured that was you a Jordan fan?
Yeah.
The Bulls, period.
No, I'm a Bulls fan, but I was a fan of Derrick Rose when he was here. So
Rose.
Man, yeah, I was a Derrick Rose fan too for a little while. I kind of
yeah.
basketball as a whole, though. I feel like they changed so much stuff. I don't be into it like I used to. Man. So, was you living in Chicago? Like, man, I've never been to Chicago at all. Think you could recommend a spot
hmm
for my family if we don't come out that way?
Say that one more time.
I've never visited Chicago at all. You think you could recommend a good spot for some tourists? My family ever come out that way?
I mean, a lot of places. I mean, we have a lot of museums that we're known for. Navy Pier. Um, what else we have? Millennial Park. We have a lot of nice places. We have a lot of like concerts and theater spots you can go to. It's a lot of things to do here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to come check that out.
Yeah. Yeah. I went to a place where they sell popcorn. I think it's called Harold's. They're known for like their popcorn, I guess worldwide or nationwide.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
That's new to me.
Um, as far as like the disabled community and different things like that, what kind of help do they have in Chicago?
Say it one more time.
Like as far as the like the disabled community and things like that, what type of things do they have that to help us out there?
I'm sorry, you still going in and out. Can you say it one more time?
Yeah, as far as the like being disabled, what kind of
Hmm.
do they have out there where you are?
What kind of help
Yeah,
as far
like I know,
as like
um, I'm thinking more like the different schools or like help jobs and stuff like that.
well, as far as schools, like I said, the one I grew up going to, so our schools out here are pretty like inclusive, but like I said, they have the special ed and things like that, and we have like the IEP thing, so like you can transfer out of special ed if that's something that fits you.
So to transfer out, is that something like the school recommend? Or you can request it yourself?
It depends on like how your grades are and if the teachers see like you'll do good being, in the regular ed. So it's just a collaboration of the teachers, what your parents might think, and your thoughts on it because that's most important. If you'll be comfortable in regular ed, some students, think they'll be comfortable, but then once they experience it, they might want to go back or, change their mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And how do you overcome adversity?
I think it's just your mindset. My mindset is very like strong. Over the years, I think my confidence about myself has grown so much in the last couple of years than it was when I was younger. So, I think it's just about having a strong mindset of who you are and, your education on your own disability and not letting what people say get to you.
Oh yeah, that's big,
Yeah.
real big.
It's your mindset. You definitely got to have, I guess, thick skin, you know,
Yeah.
everyday struggles, society. Yeah.
Man. Since since you were you born able or this happened?
Say that one more time.
Were you were you born disabled or this happened with?
I was born disabled.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
With you being born disabled, do you feel like it helped you in some ways with certain things?
Uh, yeah, I mean, there's definitely advantages, in life when it comes to having a disability, so I'll definitely say so.
What's your diagnosis?
I have spinal Bifida.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Same with me. And how do you stay motivated?
Um, just, you know, um, just doing what I can to help others and, help helping others, help me, seeing how far I can go. And, every time I achieve something, it just helps me to say, keep telling myself, keep going, keep grinding, you know. Every day is, a new opportunity to get better.
Okay.
I like that. That's what's up.
So, how's everyday life for you? Like, what's a day? How's a particular day look for you?
Well, right now, my life is very chill, you know. Um, I'm not really doing my YouTube things right now, but I still stay pretty connected to the disability community and stay, on top of what's going on.
Okay. What is your YouTube?
My YouTube is Diamond Crystal.
Okay.
With your Instagram numbers, did they grow kind of on their own, or did you have like a marketing strategy in place?
No, I mean, I think my Instagram following grew from just meeting different people in the disability community
Okay.
Yeah.
and just connecting with people.
Okay.
So, my last question is, what advice would you give someone that's disabled or may become disabled?
Advice I would give, um, educate yourself on your disability so nobody can use your disability against you. There's always something to learn, especially, when you have a disability such as mine that's very diverse. There's many types, there's a lot that goes into it. So just stay, educated on it, know what you want to do, and just don't let what people say get to you, be your own person.
I like that.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Had you always like wanted to be a veterinarian and everything?
Yes.
What inspires you to want to be a vet?
Growing up, I just had a lot of animals. I love, having different pets. I had so many pets growing up, so I was like, I can do this as a career. That'd be cool. Just learning, taking care of how to take care of animals and, the different treatments and care. I was always interested in that part of it.
Okay.
That's real cool. Had you so you're in school right now for veterinarian? I mean,
I'm not in school currently.
oh, okay. I guess my next question was gonna be with with the veterinarian type stuff. Had you seen anything that could be I guess I could call it like any adaptations to make it easier for you to do the job?
No, I think for me, I don't think I would need that many, things to help with me being, a successful veterinarian. So I haven't even seen really too many, people that are like me as a veterinarian. So I'm not really sure on like, it'll be that big of a difference.
Yeah. Uh, what do you like doing for fun?
I'm a big reader. I like to read.
Reading. Okay.
I like to
What
read.
type of books do you like?
Um, Books about like black culture and romance.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a favorite book that you're currently reading or have read?
Yes, I like this book called Black Girl Unlimited. It's very like inspiring and motivating. She goes through a lot in the book and she accomplished her goal at the end of it. So it's just like she went through a lot to get to it, but she got what she wanted in the end. So I can really relate to the story.
Okay. Cool.
And that's good. It really. I like to read too, but I read like a lot of books on fire things.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we're not gonna hold you too much longer. You have any what's your social media?
My Instagram is Diamond Crystal. I also have a podcast called Spinal Bifida Talks. You can look it up on YouTube and also on Spotify, and it's also on Apple Podcasts. So you can look it up there.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Have more questions?
Uh, I think I'm good.
All right. Thank you for joining us, and
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
have a good one.
All right, you too.